Right, today I'm going to try and show you how to prepare, trim and cut a jamon, or in this case a paleta, cured ham, very traditional food here in Spain, eaten obviously as a tapa, as a aperitif before the meal, or even at breakfast time. So a little bit first. What I'm going to try and do is, like, up here at the top part is the knuckle, so that there'll be some meat there. And if I can just move this round a little bit, and come round here and show you, then this main part here is known as the matza, and you can usually tell that that's the part where, when you're looking at the hoof is pointing upwards, and that's the side where the matza is. And then this bit here is the flank, and then this under bit here is the contramatha. So conventionally they sort of say if you're going to consume the jamon pretty quickly and start eating it straight away, you start on the matza area. Otherwise, if you want to have the ham last even longer, then you go on the contramatha, and that's just to do with that this is a slightly drier area, so it won't dry out as quickly. The reality is that they'll last several months anyway. So what we need are some kitchen paper. Sounds a bit stupid, but the ham is going to be very greasy and oily and full of fat and mould. That's a natural part of the process. So I tend to just wipe that down a little bit before I start, in order to make it a little bit less messy. A couple of sharp knives. We're going to have quite a trimming and preparing knife. I'm going to cut in and cut down here, and then a particular special, very thin, sharp, long-bladed knife which we'll use to actually cut the meat, and a knife sharpener. You're always going to make sure that your knives are nice and sharp. And then for afterwards, we're going to actually, once we've cut into this, we're going to prepare it. We'll be using just a dishcloth to drape over to help keep it dry. So this is actually going to be one of the slightly more risque videos that I attempt, in that there's no second chance. Once I start cutting into this, I just got to keep going. It's not like here's one I prepared area or anything. So I'm just going to move things around a little bit, get prepared, and then we'll make the first cut. Right, so first thing, nice, solid, sturdy holder for the ham. Generally they come horizontal or vertically, depends very much on your preference. I think overall I've tended to prefer to be able to cut down towards me this way. So the first thing we're going to do is going to sort of try and trim some of this fat off here, and we're going to try and cut a relatively big thick strip, because we're going to keep that, and then what we will do is use that when we've finished cutting and trimming the meat to put it back over the meat in between cuts, so that the fat from the bit we've cut off helps keep the rest of it moist. So we need to sort of like have a look and think, and we can just start to come in here, and we're going to try and make a pretty deep, solid, soaring motion, cut down here, just like that. So we'll hold that there. Right, so you see how we've taken off the trim there, and we've only just started to get into the meat there, so this bit's all fat, so that's actually pretty good. So here, I'll just move this round a little bit now. You can see all the fat here. We're just starting to see a little bit of the meat here. And obviously this rind bit we won't be able to eat, so the majority of this part of the meat that we're going to be looking at is going to be in there. So I'm just going to trim away now a little bit, bit more, come down here and come down this side, and try and get to the point where we've got the start of the ham. Okay, again we're just going to keep these bits for later. Okay. Start cutting down the side a little bit here, because when we cut the meat we're going to take a little bit of a slice from the matza area and another slice from the flank so that we have a nice even cut on the ham as we move along. So we're just about done now, I'd say. We'll just okay, a little bit more. Come down this side here a little bit more. Just try and do this so I can actually not get too much in the way of the actual camera. So we're just about ready now to start trimming it, and if I just move it around here a little bit and have a look in there, you'll get a feel for just how much of the fat has actually come off. Okay, so hopefully you can see the slightly marbled effect. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the much sharper knife here, just try and move this around a little bit, and we're going to take some very, very thin slices. Just help it out for the fingers. So hopefully you can see there just how thin it is. A little bit of fat on the side, almost translucent. Come down. Again, just keeping a little bit of the fat from each side. Very translucent. Small pieces. Small pieces. We'll just take a little bit off the side here. Okay. So I'm going to try and get an even cut and an even distribution of the ham, so that we don't end up with areas that we can't get at, or all the good meat goes and we're left with some slightly tougher meat. So it's about having a nice balance in there, but that's coming off absolutely gorgeously. So having done that, in terms of then just protecting the ham for later, ideally we'd probably try and take another piece of the fat that we've taken off before. Just put that over the side. It's probably not going to stay. Put that over the side and just take a cloth, put that over there like that, and that will just be how we would protect the ham. So hope that helps. It's one of my favourite things to do. Right, so here we are then. What we've got is a nice plate here of some manchego cheese, and then we have some of the paletta that we just showed you how to cut, and some cold meat at the back there, some walnuts and a few raisins, a nice bowl here of Raft tomatoes that we've mixed with some olive oil, garlic and a bit of oregano, some olive oil and some rock salt to flavour, season things. And as we come around here we should find our own favourite, a nice glass of red to enjoy them with. So that's it. That's what we're going to do, sit down and just pick on that over the next hour or so while we enjoy a quiet evening in.